right, Shalom. I want to start off as always by giving all praises and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Racha HaKodash, double honors unto the apostles, the elders, and the bishops of Great Millstone. I want to send much love unto the brothers out there doing his work in truth and sincerity. And also want to send peace and blessings unto the believers of the hopeful elect. And in this morning's lesson, I wanted to do a response unto this video here that was put up by Blaze TV, and it is an interview that is being done by Liz Wooler. She's interviewing Glenn Beck, and in this video, they are talking about the global reset and the things that the elites will bring in this global reset, and how pretty much they will have the world in subjection. All right. But the point that I wanted to focus in on in this video is CBDCs, all right, which are central bank digital currencies. Okay. And Glenn Beck is going to touch on this topic, and he's going to explain pretty much how the elites are going to bring in this digital currency. Okay. And we have been warning about this digital currency and how pretty much it's going to lead unto the MOTB being implemented in the earth. But this central bank digital currency will be the stepping stone to that. All right. And I know we may sound like broken records and constantly talking about CBDCs and the MOTB, but their prophecy is a major prophecy that needs to be talked about. All right. Because according to the scriptures, we will all be tested when that MOTB is implemented in the planet Earth, man. All right. It is still a lot of brothers and sisters out there who are confused about the MOTB. They really don't know what it is, man. They've heard different doctrines and breakdowns on it, and they're kind of, on the fence. All right. And so we constantly push out these videos, man. All right. Starting with the apostle, that was a great millstone, brothers on down. Constantly push out these videos to give the warning, so that when this thing is truly implemented, right, and you're faced with this MOTB, man, you won't have an excuse, okay? None of us will have an excuse when the MOTB is implemented, because we're constantly talking about it, all right? And that's called prophecy. I mean, to say before, all right? And so I'll play this video here. I'll play just a few minutes of it. Okay, he touched on it, man, but he really touched on a lot of things in this video here, but I'm going to focus in on that. I might come back later, and do like a part 2 or something to it, because he talked about a few things here, man. So without further ado, let's get into this video. The Lord willing is edifying. All right, so here we go.
Oh yeah. Well, the reason why modern monetary theory can work, they think, is if they have absolute data on where the money's being spent at any given time, immediately, they'll be able to shut it off. This is why, the central bank currency is so terrifying. You get into digital currency from the United States Federal Reserve, then they control everything. And so if the price starts to go up, let's say on gasoline, well, are you an essential worker? If not, we're going to make sure that your money no longer works to buy gas. If something is getting really hot on, in the market, and, let's just say some widget is going up in price, they need to control that. So they'll just shut your currency off. So only the people who they deem absolutely need it can buy it. It is price controls on steroids. It's total control of the economy.
The Canadian trucker convoy times 1,000. And when I say taxes, they're going to use them as social control. They're going to use them as social control to keep people on the US dollar, because otherwise, obviously, we would all just switch to, cryptocurrency or gold and silver if our money is being devalued. But if you have to pay your taxes in the US dollar, then you're going to have to keep working for the US dollar in order to have money you need to pay taxes. So it's totalitarian.
Right. The central bank currency is going to happen when the dollar really starts to take it on the chin, and we'll just be so out of control, and there will be an emergency, and the banks will close down for a few days, and then they will reintroduce the dollar as a digital currency. And they will say at first, we'll give you, if you join us, we'll give you 120% of your money.
Real quick, he just said that, we'll see these digital currencies when the dollar really takes it on the chin, meaning what? When it's really devalued, all right? When it's, really worthless, then we'll see the introduction of the central bank digital currencies, all right? He mentioned how the banks will close down for a few days, possibly, but that could happen. But then once they reopened, right, they will introduce these central bank digital currencies, okay? It could go down in that way, all right? We don't really know how it would go down, but it can go down in that fashion. But these devils have this currency, okay, on standby, all right? So I'm gonna let Glenn Beck say that again. Here we go.
The dollar really starts to take it on the chin, and we'll just be so out of control, and there will be an emergency, and the banks will close down for a few days, and then they will reintroduce the dollar as a digital currency. And they will say at first, we'll give you, if you join us, we'll give you 120% of your money if you convert over to this. And it may remain that way if you're a special person, you're a one-legged prostitute with one eye and you're half Indian. Then you might always get 120%. But if you're a white guy who has been wealthy, you will probably get 80%. Look it up. This is what Janet Yellen talks about. And that number will come down further and further the longer you hold on to your money. But the key on digital currency from the Fed, unlike Bitcoin, you can never take it out of the Fed system. So it's always theirs. And if they want to incentivize you, they can add money. If you've done something that they don't like, they can take that money away. The money can have a time expiration. If they need you to spend your money right now, they will say, spend your money today because tomorrow there's only going to be half of it left.
It's like airline.
Right. It's going to be that crazy, man. They can incentivize your money, right? Give you money for, maybe good behavior, your social credit score is good, so they give you more money. Or if you are disobedient, right, you do something that's contrary to this coming MOTB system, right, they can freeze your money or they can take it away, okay? He also mentioned how they can put an expiration on your money, saying that, hey, look, you got until this date to spend your money. If not, it won't be there. That's crazy. So there's no more, saving money and trying to stack up. That's going to be out the window, okay? There will be no such thing as generational wealth, right? This is something that Jake likes to talk about. We need some generational wealth, No. Esau not going to allow that. Especially amongst niggas. He don't want you to know. These CBDCs finna change the game. Okay, they finna change the game. And also he mentioned how you can't take the CBDCs out of the Fed, right? Like how you can go to the bank right now and you can take all your money out the bank and go put it in another bank because maybe you don't like how they, do things. So you change banks. Once the CBDCs come, there's no taking them out. There's no changing banks, okay? The Fed will be your bank. There won't be no middleman anymore, okay? There will be no middleman. You will be dealing directly with the Fed, okay? And they will know your every move, what you buy. Okay, they're going to know everything, okay? You ain't got to worry about, your taxes because you're going to pay them. Child support, pay it. Alimony is going to be paid. They're going to take it and make sure that you pay it, okay? No more chasing you, No. If you want to participate in society, right, and pay your rent, pay your car notes, buy groceries, then you're going to have to deal with them. And they're going to know, okay? You will have a digital ID, okay? They mentioned that in the SDGs. Okay, you will have a digital ID that's tied to your bank account. So they're going to know you and what you buy and what you do. These are their plans. All right. So here we go.
Airline miles. But imagine like
control.
American Airlines being in charge of all of your finances. Everyone's head would explode after one day. It would be dreadful.
Oh,
so
yeah.
you mentioned an emergency is going to precipitate this transfer to a digital currency. What do you mean by that? Like a black swan event?
I mean, we have so many. I mean, it's hard to see the sky from all of the black swans that are in the sky right now. I don't know what kind of event it will be. It could be many things. It could be riots on the streets. The United States, if we really go unstable, that's when the BRICS nations will say we're uncoupling from their currency. If we continue to spend the way we do, they'll uncouple, and that would just cause a loss of our, world reserve currency status. And we're Mexico overnight. I think war is on the horizon, and a very bad war.
Like with Russia or a civil war?
Could happen. Well, I think both could actually happen, but I think we're closer. Well, I can't say that anymore. I can't tell you what the world will look like on January 20th. And I've done this for, I'm approaching half a century in broadcast. And I started when I was 13 years old, and I have seen all kinds of stuff happen. And for the first time, I cannot predict how this is going to turn out in the next 2 or 3, 4 months. By the time we hit January 20th, America could be over. America could be in flames just internally. We could be in the midst of a massive battle throughout the world. We could all be broke. I have no idea. The black swans that are flying in the sky, you'll just look at what's been happening at the convention. You have...
Right. He's not sure about what's going to happen, right? He's not sure about what's going to take place, all right? We don't know. But something will take place, right? Something will happen in which society as we know it is going to change drastically, okay? It's going to change drastically, man. Second Energy 15, right? Second Energy 16. It's going to get bad. And the elites, they need things to get bad. They need things to go left so that they can bring in this digital prison as salvation for the people, all right? More than likely, it will happen that way. Once all hell breaks loose, once things really get bad, people are going to be crying out and looking for a solution, right? Looking for comfort, looking for, problems. A solution to their problems. And the elites, right? They can bring in that MOTB system, starting with them CBDCs, say, hey, look, if you take this, all your issues can be taken care of. You have access, to pay your rent, buy groceries, get medicine, insurance, healthcare, all that stuff. More than likely, it will go down in that way. But for Glenn Beck, to say what he's saying, he's like he can't predict what's going to happen. He don't know how it's going to look, by January 20th. Babylon could be belly up. Who knows? All right. But we do understand, according to the scriptures, according to prophecy, that something bad is going to happen.
I think it's 219 different radical groups. 60% of them are from out of country. They represent all of the worst terrorist groups on the planet. 144 of these groups have direct ties to the terrorist group directly and stand by October 7th and think that was totally fine. Those are the people surrounding the DNC. Those are the people that earlier this week, Joe Biden said, they've got a good point. They have a good point. These people are coming in from all over the country or all over the world, and they're countries that hate us. 19 different countries that are really our enemies. And they're surrounding the DNC and no one's talking about it. I said in 2008 that, communists and anarchists and progressives, Islamists will work together, and they will sweep the world into chaos. And when they see that moment, they'll strike America. And when I said that, everybody made fun of me because how are these groups going to work together? Well, they are working together now. And they may not be calling each other up, but they all sense America is on her knees right now before she gets up. We have a weak moment, and they'll all say, now, go now. You're going to be overwhelmed. It's like new drone wars. That aircraft carrier may be huge, but can it handle 50 or 100,000 drones at once? Probably not.
It's terrifying, actually. It also is like you see these protesters outside of the DNC, and you're just like,
right. So I'll end it there, man. Okay, but as you can see, Esau, they're expecting something to happen. We don't know how bad it's going to get, but we pray that it do go left. All right, we pray that all hell break loose for prophecy's sake, so that things can get going, and we can finally get the hell out of Babylon. All right, that's the whole point of this. Us getting the hell out of Babylon. So I'm going to read this here. Habakkuk, I'll close out, man. Habakkuk chapter 2, starting at verse 1 NLT, it says, I will climb up to my watchtower and stand at my guard post. There I will wait to see what the Lord Yahweh says and how he will answer my complaint. And if you read chapter 1, Habakkuk the prophet, he's complaining to the Lord against the wicked. Then the Lord said to me, write my answer plainly on tablets, so that the runner can carry the correct message to others. And the prophets are the runners, all right? The men of the Lord, they're carrying the correct message out to the people, saying, hey, look, this is going to happen, this is going to happen, that is going to happen, according to what Yahweh Shai says, all right? Now, some people are carrying the wrong messages, right? Some are carrying the wrong messages, man, but hey, that's on them. But the correct message is being told by the men of Yahweh Shai, all right? And those of the elect will take heed to that message. It says, this vision is for a future time. It describes the end, and it will be fulfilled. If it seems slow in coming, wait patiently, for it will surely take place. It will not be delayed. So we're getting ready to head into some very strange times, all right? Glenn Beck, he's speaking about those times, how things could really go left here in Babylon the Great. I highly suggest, watching this video, man. He talked about a few things here. I may do a part 2 to this video, Lord willing, because he talked about a few things, man, that's geared towards prophecy, all right, geared towards all hell breaking loose, more protests, things just getting bad here in Babylon the Great. And hearing these things is music to our ears, because we look for Babylon to fall. We look for Babylon to be in complete chaos and the scriptures being fulfilled, man. All right. We look forward to heavy judgment going out from the Lord. All right. I mean, heavy judgments when millions of people are dropping dead, from different catastrophic events, crazy protests, 2nd Ezra 15 being fulfilled, 16 being fulfilled, man. Things going down. All right. So with that, I'm going to close out here. Lord willing, those edifying. All praise Yahweh by Shem, Shai by Shem, Chakodash. Shalom.